Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to Story Time with Linton. All right, let's get to it. Again, true story. So, is it there was this man. I guess I'll call him. I don't know. I'll find a name. Peter. All right, that's it, Peter. So, Peter was having a bad year, a really bad year. Uh, One day he went to work, found out he was fired. Yes, you are fired, like Trump. You're fired. And he went outside and he saw that his car was being towed because of lack of payment. Then he had to take the bus home. And when he reached home, he saw a sign that says foreclosure. Ooh, it's like, bah, 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 bah. Poor guy. And then finally, the worst, he had to go to court because his wife filed for divorce. Yes, took his kids. He had nothing. Nothing. No car, no job, no wife, and yes, he had no kids. I mean, I have three kids. I see them every day. I can imagine. I can't imagine what he was thinking, but it happened. And Peter saw himself lost. So he broke in his house. He broke in his house and he wrote his wife and his kids a letter. Sadly, it was a suicide note. Pain, suffering, loss, lack, everything he was going through, he couldn't go through it anymore. So all he could do is just check out. But here's the problem. He can't find no bullets. He was looking everywhere. He can't find bullets. So he decided, I'm going to go down to the store, get my bullets, and then handle my business. Yeah. He didn't have much money, but he had enough to get just that one bullet. Anyway, he went down the store, went inside the store, bought the bullets, and while he was walking home, he saw a little girl maybe like 10, 12. She was walking with her mother. And that little girl said something to him. She said, "Hi, mister. God loves you and I love you too." And her mother just smiled at her and she walked away. And Peter was so upset. He went back in his house and he looked in the mirror and started yelling. Ah! Like, how dare you tell me that God loves me? How dare you, this little girl loves me? She don't even know me. God is not with me. I lost everything. Where was God? He's in the mirror. He was upset. He was mad. He sat down and cried. But after he finished crying, he started to thank God that this little girl just saved my life. This little girl just saved my life. That's all he needed. He put the bullets away. He got himself, and he began working on himself. He went to a job interview. Of course, few told him no, but eventually he found a job. Eventually, he found a job, a good paying job. He cleaned himself up, got a new place, and because of his income, he was able to take his wife to court so he can see his kids. And guess what? All this happened because of a little girl saying, God loves you and I love you too. You're probably thinking, why am I saying this story? Why? Why? You see, ladies, my mother always told me that a woman can break or make a man. She told me that women, they can use their tongues to build a man up or bring him down. People always say, stick and stone may break my bones, but word can't hurt me. That's nonsense. That's trash. That is so much trash. It should be the opposite. Because you could hit me and stab me. Eventually it will heal. The point where I'm not even see it. I got cuts on my body that I have cuts on my body that I can't even remember where I got it from. But I still remember things that were said to me that hurt me here. Words are powerful. Ladies, be careful of the words you use when speaking to your husband, when speaking to your man, when speaking to your fiance. Words are powerful. You can make or break that man. Words are powerful. Yeah, we go to the gym and we get buff. We get muscles and chest. That means a damn thing. What matters is here. Words penetrate the entire body. Ladies, be careful with your words. A friend of mine, a friend of mine, my goodness, I can't even talk about the story. His wife used some language. The words she used on him, he's not good enough. He's worthless. He's a piece of crap. He could never amount to anything. And she wondered why he walked away. No man can stay with a woman who speaks down to him. This is impossible. He could stay as long as he can for the kids, but after a while he will leave. Ladies, be careful with your words. If you're angry at your husband, if you're angry at your man, before you address whatever issue it is, walk away. Calm down. Then talk about it. You can't expect to use your words and put your man down and think he's going to be around you. No, it doesn't work that way. Men tend to use the fists. That's why men abuse women. They tend to use the anger come out from here. Woman, your anger come out from here. You can't use words to put your man down and expect him to stay. Expect him to be happy with you. It's impossible. Words are very strong. You have to understand this, that if you want a guy to be happy, show that man respect. You have to. You just have to. If you can't speak lovingly to that man, he will leave. I heard this successful lady, she's my goodness, beautiful. She was a surgeon, very nice, but with her tongue it was nasty. She told her husband, "Shut up, shut up." And then she's talking about, she can't understand why she's single. Are you kidding me? Ladies, learn to handle your language. Your words are powerful. To this day, I remember when I was coming up the stairs, I was like maybe 17. I hate to say this, but I have to say it. It's personal, but it really... I was about 17, 18, 19 maybe. I was coming up the stairs from the basement, and my mother was getting dressed to go to work, and she was trying to find her scrubs, and she was angry at something I did. I don't know what it was, but all I remember her saying is that she wished I had died in childbirth. And to this day, I could still see me going upstairs. I could still see her in the closet, and I could still see her looking at me, telling me she wished I had died in childbirth. That thing hit me so hard to this day. I still feel it. Words are powerful. Ladies, watch your language. You can push a man away because of your language. Watch it. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how sexy you are. It doesn't matter the type of degree you have. It doesn't matter the type of career you have, how much money you make. It doesn't matter. If you treat a man a certain way and you put him down, make him feel like crap, he's leaving. And that's why I can tell you that there are many women out there who are successful and they're single, but they probably don't know why. I'm telling you, look between the lines. Check on how you speak to somebody. Check and see how you speak to your husband, your man, your fiance. And you'll see, if you speak to him a certain way, he's leaving. My mother is dead now. She died in 2010. Now it's 2026. And I can still see me putting my book bag down, take my shoes off, and going up the stairs, open the basement door, see my mother going inside the closet, looking at me, telling me she wished I had died in childbirth. It was stinging me then, and it's still stinging me now. It still hit me here now, and then I still feel it. Ladies, you have to be careful. I hope that this little story helps you. You have to remember, use your words. You see, that little girl, I'm not sure she knew what she did. She saved a man's life, not by counseling, not by giving him money. No, she saved a man's life by just using her words. God loves you. I love you too. And that sealed him. He's now a changed man, working in corporate, doing well. He can now take his kids out for ice cream. He can now take his kids on the weekends or every other weekends. He can now walk his daughter down the aisle. He can now see maybe his grandkids when his kids have kids. He can now inhale and exhale. All this because one person used their words for good. Ladies, you have the power. If you want to break a man, go and break him. But if you want to keep that man happy, if you want to keep that marriage going, use your words wisely. And this is why I became an author. This is why I wrote my book, Successful Single But. because we have to know that there's something wrong. There's something going on. And I wish that this story made sense. I wish that even if it doesn't apply to you, if you know somebody who it applies to, share it with them. If you don't know, you don't know. But if now that you know that something's wrong, change it. All right. God bless.